it's championship weekend here at Ocala Grand Prix. Hello again, everybody. I'm Tony Monica, looking for a great race day here as we move into round number 6 of our Spring-Summer Local Series. We've got some exciting point races. They're going to come right down to the final lap here this weekend. Beautiful weather, little on the warm side, but exciting racing coming up here this weekend. Catching up with Corey Tolles. Corey here this weekend at OGP, competing in the 206 senior class. And Corey, a longtime racer, veteran racer. We haven't seen you here much at Ocala Grand Prix, but good to see you out here this weekend, getting a little seat time. I know you're busy with work and so forth, but what brings you out here this weekend? And good to see you here at OGP.
Well, thanks, Tony. I decided to come out here because, I didn't have anything going on this weekend, and it's been a while since I raced. The Maxxis race 2 weekends ago was the only other race I've really done this year. So it was good to get back in the seat. I've still been practicing. You got to stay sharp.
Now talk a little bit about the years that you've raced. We touched on it just before we start with the interview. You started racing on dirt about 4.5. You went into the Florida Karting Series here in the state of Florida. You've done a lot of racing over the years and really come up through all the ranks.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long struggle, Starting out in dirt, it was fun. It taught me how to drive a loose kart, so that helps a lot here on asphalt. Today, the track's really loose, and I'm looking pretty good, but it's because I know how to drive a loose kart and I can still make it work right.
Well, let me ask you too, Corey, how about the competition out there? We kind of touched on it. Hunter Fox, he's been a hot shoot here. How do you approach some of the good competition? This 206 senior class is pretty stacked and a very competitive class here at Ocala Grand Prix.
Well, I like to go out in the first session of practice, and I'll just go ahead and do my own session and figure out what I have, and then in the second session, I'll go out behind people and see where my kart is better or worse than theirs, so I can see what I need to change.
Well, listen, Corey, it's always great to see you, buddy. We were talking about it. You were just this big when I first started announcing for you, but great to see you out here, and congratulations. I know you're a hard-working guy going into the welding field. Great career there, but I know you'll continue doing some karting over the years.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I'd like to thank my sponsors, JTP Karting, Comet Kart Sales, and Kart City.
All right, good luck out there. Corey Tolles. Incredible finish to our 2018 Spring-Summer Local Series here at Ocala Grand Prix. We saw some first-time champions, some drivers actually capturing second and third championships here at Ocala Grand Prix. And don't forget about those drivers who battled all season long to try to get a podium finish, and they did that exactly with some great racing here and some very warm temperatures. But again, a great way to capture it and finish it off here in 2018 with the fireworks display. The great dinner here at OGP has been just a great season here in 2018. Again, don't forget, we'll be right back here the second Saturday of September for opening weekend for our Fall-Winter Local Series, so hopefully you'll be able to join us then. As always, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Ocala Grand Prix. Also visit our website, ocalagrandprix.com. Until next time, I'm Tony Monica. Well, what an incredible finish to round number 6 of our Spring-Summer Local Series, ending the season. Incredible racing, great side-by-side racing, even seeing some first-time winners. Again, I hope you enjoyed those highlights. Now, as we look ahead to some featured races here at OGP, we have our X30 Junior and Rock Junior class coming up next. Some very competitive and up-and-coming drivers in those classes. Also, we'll take a look at our X30 Senior and Rock Senior group there. Also, very competitive group of drivers. Let's take a look. As they'll make their way off the top part of the showcase, we are ready to roll. There'll be 14 laps. Field going to come to the start-finish line. Brian ready to show them green. It's up. We're underway. Rock Jr. X30 now as he'll come down to that turn number 1. Joey Atanasio. Joey going to hold on to that second spot as they make their way through the chicane. They'll hit into turn number 2 pretty well, single file, mid-pack, little side-by-side racing. Again, that's Shea Dockin. Shea, one of those drivers, battling now for that scholarship. Mid-pack right now. Shea trying to bring that 32 up to the front as they'll come through the hairpin turn for the first time. So off to a good start, Rock Jr. X30 junior drivers. 0.6 of a mile working the chicane and the hairpin here this weekend as they make their way into round number 6 here. Race number 6 here at Ocala Grand Prix. Out front, nice little battle. X30 junior driver, that'll be Ashton Chilton now. Ashton up there. He's got the Rock Junior driver, Joey Atanasio. Joey working in that second spot. Good little nose-to-tail battle off at turn number 2. Running solo. Former champion here in the Rock class again. That is the 211. That's Bryce Haynes. So Bryce right there in the mix of things as the leaders will work their way off the hairpin turn. So working on lap number 2. Up front right now in that second spot, Rock Junior driver is Joey Atanasio. Just ahead of him, it's Ashton Chilton. So good drive right now for both of those drivers. They'll make their way up through the top part of the showcase. A good little run as they'll hit the line. 2 laps complete this time by. Again, Luis Perez right there in the mix now. That's your X30 junior driver. He'll move up into the 3rd place position. So Perez starting to make a little bit of noise. Perez coming from row number 2. Has not really ran a lot here at Ocala Grand Prix this season, but again, Perez flexing a little muscle right now, running in that second spot on the X30, being scored 3rd overall. As your top 3 now come off of that tree turn, led by Ashton Chilton, X30 driver. Then you got the Rock Junior driver, Joey Atanasio. Joey sitting back in 2nd. Right now, Joey is the Rock Junior leader. Running 3rd, it is Perez now. They'll continue to shuffle around. Shea Dockin going to gain some ground as Shea right now moves up around Bryce Haynes. So they're starting to flip-flop around as we go into lap number 3. So Joey Atanasio right now holding on to the lead on the Rock Junior side. You see Joey running 2nd as they'll work their way off of that hairpin turn. So again, right now on the X30 side, it's Luis Perez, your leader. Ashton Chilton right now is again sitting back in 3rd on the X30. He's got Dockin in between him and Matt Christensen. So again, they continue to shuffle around, working on lap number 4 as they'll work their way down the front stretch. So good little battle there. X30 leader into turn number 1. It is Perez. You see Perez right there. Then he's got the X30 junior driver. That'll be Christensen now moving up to 2nd. And you see Joey dropping back to 3rd. But again, not really affecting Joey much. He is your Rock Junior leader. So we'll run down right now on the X30 side. Perez, your leader. Matt Christensen 2nd. Shea Dockin running 3rd. Ashton Chilton running 4th. 5th, it'll be Kai, the X30 junior driver, in the 222. On the Rock side right now, Joey Atanasio is your leader. Bryce Haynes, defending champion right now. Bryce running in the 2nd spot. 3rd, it'll be Granger Parra. Now, Granger off to a pretty good start. Watch Granger very limited here at Ocala Grand Prix. Dirt racer doing it on the pavement here this weekend. Granger right now in the top 5 on the Rock Junior side. And you see that little bit of a gap between that 3rd place cart right now running 3rd. We'll correct that 4th, Shea Dockin. And then in behind him, it is the X30 driver, Ashton Chilton, kind of ways back from your leaders as they continue to work their way around. So a great battle right now. A couple X30 junior drivers leading the way. Matthew Christensen. He's got Perez right there behind him as they'll come to the start-finish line. Great run there for a couple X30 junior drivers. Again, Joey Atanasio, what a story Joey's got going on. Joey looking for that championship here in 2018. Not only is Joey looking for a championship, he's going for that scholarship. And right now, Joey leading in the Rock Junior class right now for that scholarship. So again, Joey doing everything he can, not only going for the scholarship, but looking for that championship as traffic continues to stretch out. But up front right now, Matthew Christensen showing the way in the 245. You see Matthew now making his way up to the top part of that showcase. He's about 3/4 of a second behind him right now is Perez. Perez in that 46. Give him about a full second right now behind your leader as the field heads into turn number 1 up through the chicane. Shea Dockin still battling now as he's up there, gets around Bryce Haynes. So right now you got 3 X30 junior drivers in the top 4 spots. Right now led by Matthew Christensen as Matthew takes him up through the tree turn. Again, no change there for Perez. Still about a second behind your leader as now they do come up through the tree turn on their way to the showcase. So pretty good battle up front But again, how about Joey Atanasio, third place driver in the field. He is your Rock Junior leader. Bryce Haynes running second, Evan Hanberg. Evan again has been on the podium here in the Spring Summer Series and looking to gain some ground in the top three in the point standings. Evan Hanberg right now running seventh in the field, currently third on the Rock Junior side. So again, he's sitting right there in the top three for another podium. And it's been a good season right now for Evan Hanberg, seventh in the field, right now running third on the Rock Junior side. So you see traffic starting to really stretch out now. Field continuing to make their way around. Leader's going to come off that tree turn, still led by Matthew Christensen, as Matthew's still trying to hold off again Perez, who really's got some seat time here at Ocala Grand Prix. Perez, you see him coming off the showcase as they'll go straight down the front stretch. So great battle up front. Joey Atanasio right now flying solo. He's got the X30 driver, Shea Dockin, in behind him. Shea, one of those drivers who are in contention for that scholarship here in the 2018 season right now. So Shea running third in the X30 side. Joey, your leader on the Rock Junior side. See that battle as they come off the hairpin turn. Again, Shea Dockin in behind Joey Atanasio. So again, three drivers, X30 drivers in the top four with the Rock Junior driver. Joey Atanasio still holding on to the lead, and Joey starting to really break away. There's your top four drivers as they come down the front stretch into turn number one, led by Matthew Christensen. Perez, X30 Junior second, Shea Dockin running third. Again, Shea still sitting in the third spot, but running fourth on the track. So traffic continued to stretch out. Had not seen much of a problem really for your leader, Matthew Christensen, as he continues to hold on to that top position. Matthew Christensen, again, still got a ways to go. Perez not going to back out of it. We'll see if Perez can get something going as we start to work our way through the winding laps, as they'll work their way up into the showcase one more time around. Solid run going. Again, Granger Parra running eighth in the field. Right now, he is in the fourth spot on the Rock side. So again, Granger Parra, talked about Granger running some dirt stuff. Limited schedule here at Ocala Grand Prix, but right now, Granger Parra running in the eighth position in the Rock Junior side. Of course, he is now being scored in the third spot, or correct that, fourth now on the Rock Junior side. So good run going for Granger Parra. Limited schedule is set here at Ocala Grand Prix. So the field continue to wind their way around 0.6 of a mile. Not a bad day here at Ocala Grand Prix as we work our way through the summer. Probably right around 84 degrees. And a little shady, a little sky, a little bit of clouds in the area, but not a bad day. Not seeing much wind here this afternoon. See, the lights are on now here at Ocala Grand Prix as we work our way through our X30 and Rock Junior class as the field continues to make their way around, trying to bring in Matthew Christensen. I'll tell you, last 6 laps, Matthew has showed the way. The X30 Junior drivers, see them coming into turn number 2 now. They'll make their way around into the hairpin turn, led by Matthew Christensen. Perez still unable to bring him in as they come into that tree turn. You see Perez now about a 1.2 second deficit between first and second. Joey Atanasio, what a flawless run going for Joey, the Rock Junior driver right now, running third as they come around. White flag up, it's 1 to go. Does Perez have enough time to pick him up? Final circuit, Joey Atanasio right now just flying solo, Rock Junior driver, as they'll come off at turn number 2. Can Perez bring him in? Here they are, bottom entry of that hairpin turn. Perez starting to close up the gap as they make their way to the top part of that hairpin turn. Perez has been follow the leader pretty much, and that leader has been Matthew Christensen on the X30 side as they'll make their way around up into the top part of that showcase. Here they come. Again, holding on to that top spot, Matthew Christensen. He'll exit off the top of the showcase. He'll be your X30 winner. That is Matthew Christensen. Perez will pick up that second spot. Joey Atanasio. Joey grabbing the win on the Rock side. So your rundown on the X30 side. Matthew Christensen grabs the win. Perez second, Shea Dockin third. Ashton Chilton, again, good run for Ashton Chilton, one of those drivers in the scholarship program. In behind him, it was P.J. McDonough, followed by Tyler McIntyre. On the Rock side, picking up the win, Joey Atanasio. Bryce Haynes grabbing second. Granger Parra picks up that third place position as they wrap it up for your Rock Junior and X30 class. So senior drivers going to make their way around. They get that hot lap in. Very good looking field of drivers. 3 senior groups working together. It'll be senior tag, Rock Senior, X30 Senior. Boy, you got Colin Warren, the X30 Senior driver, in the field as they'll get ready to go. Field coming off the top part of the showcase, ready to go. 14 laps. Brian going to look them over. Side by side, a good looking field of drivers. And longtime driver Colin Warren will take the green. They're underway. Heavy traffic. Oh, 3 wide contact. Going around. It looks like it's Clay Settles in the 111. And trouble right out of the gate for Clay Settles. Clay back under power. He'll go into turn number 2. Going to do battle on the back end of the field, but trouble for Clay Settles early on as the field will make their way up through the hairpin turn for the first time. Heavy traffic as they make their way into the tree turn for the first time. Little side by side, a little rubbing for that second spot as they go single file first time around as they come up through the showcase. 0.6 of a mile here at Ocala Grand Prix. Lights are on. About 79 degrees, a little cloudy right now as Colin Warren on that TV cart makes his way up through the chicane, working on lap number 2. Again, longtime racer Colin Warren, and tag senior driver now making his way to the bottom part of that hairpin turn. Again, good looking field of drivers. They'll head up through the hairpin turn for the second time. So Colin Warren off the hairpin turn makes his way into the tree turn. Give him about a 4-cart length advantage. How about this? The X30 senior driver Nick Andrews, longtime karter. Again, Nick a little stop with the IRL back in the day. And a couple races under his belt now. Joining us on the kart scene in the X30 senior class, Nick Andrews in 399. Nick gonna do battle now. That's Brandon Simone, couple X30 senior drivers. And running second, third, and fourth now as they make their way into the hairpin turn. Flying solo up front though, Colin Warren. No big surprise there on a TV card. And Colin very, very strong right now as they'll make their way into the tree turn. So traffic starting to stretch out up front. Top 3 drivers again right there coming into the showcase. Again, you see that battle second, third, and fourth. You got Nick Andrews, X30 senior driver running second. Brandon Simone trying to bring him in, and Brandon also X30 driver. Now Brandon will clear him as they come to the timing and scoring loop. So Nick Andrews back to second on the X30 side. Here's Mays now again. Well, correct, that'll be Bass in the 71 right now. Aaron Bass moves up to third on the X30 side. So again, Aaron Bass flexing a little muscle there right now. So X30 junior drivers, Brandon Simone your leader. Nick Andrews running second. Aaron Bass running third. On the senior tag side right now, Colin Warren, you see him breaking away as he continues to hold that top spot up front through the showcase. It is Colin Warren as he'll come down that front stretch. So great little battle. That'll be second, third, and fourth, all X30 senior drivers. You got Simone, Nick Andrews, and Aaron Bass right there, second, third, and fourth as they'll make their way through the chicane. So good little battle there for that second spot. Now you're going to go back 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Look at this little battle. Axel Cabrera making a stop here at Ocala Grand Prix, the Rock senior driver. Right now he is your Rock senior leader. He's got that pack of traffic there behind him. And you got Bryce Boda in there. Bryce in the 152. He's doing battle right now on the Rock senior side. So nice little battle there. Again, 5th and 6th as they cycle their way around. Leader across the line. That is Colin Warren, your senior tag driver. So field working their way around 0.6 of a mile. Again, running this weekend with the chicane and the hairpin. And a good race so far, clean and green. Right now up front is Colin Warren, TV kart driver. Having his way again, longtime driver Colin Warren, about 21 years old now, and doing an outstanding job. Colin getting his start back when he was about 6 years old, running with the Florida Karting Championship Series. And right now, Colin Warren putting on a clinic as he keeps that deficit between him and that second place kart, which is actually the leader on the X30 side of Brandon Simone. So they continue to make their way around. Nobody's really getting out of line now. Things are really settled in pretty good. Now a little flip-flop there toward the bottom of the end. It looks like Alexander Armitage going to pick up a spot as he scoots up around Sandroll for that 10th spot. So that'll put the X30 driver in the 10th overall for Alexander Armitage. So one of the drivers gaining a little bit of ground as they work their way around. But a great run right now going for Colin Warren, senior tag driver, as he holds on to the top spot. Colin picking up the pre-final win and is able to capture the pole earlier in qualifying. Right now, he's got it his way going for the X30 senior driver, Colin Warren, as he makes his way around. Brandon Simone right now on top on the X30 side. Nick Andrews trying to run him down. Nick running second. Aaron Bass running third on the X30 senior side. So good little run going For the X30 senior drivers right now, second, third, and fourth on the track. 1, 2, 3 on the scoring scale in the X30 senior side. So they'll make their way into the tree turn. Lights are on here at Ocala Grand Prix. It's been a great day of racing. 14-lap final here. Again, your senior tag, X30 senior and Rock senior drivers as they make their way around here at Ocala Grand Prix. And you see the gap up through the top part of that chicane is Colin Warren in the 11. He has been untouched the entire race so far. And Clay settles, again, bouncing back. You know, Clay got in that altercation earlier on. We dropped that green flag. He's been able to get himself back up to 7th in the field. And right now, Clay settles will be scored 5th on the X30 side. So Clay digging himself back up. Again, early altercation going into that first turn in lap number 1. Got together. Dropped them way back to the field. Now Clay settles 7th in the field, but having a pretty good run as he bounces back right now for Clay settles. But again, Colin Warren breaking away. There's Colin making his way up through the chicane. Continue to open up that gap for Colin Warren. He's about 2 seconds right now ahead of Brandon Simone. Again, separate classes. Again, senior tag driver Colin Warren is your overall leader. Again, the battle right now, second, third, and fourth. But again, 1, 2, 3, it'll be Simone, Nick Andrews, and Aaron Bass. Again, those are your 3 X30 drivers. On the Rock side, it is still Axel Cabrera showing the way on the Rock senior side. Again, Axel running 5th overall, but he is your leader right now in the Rock senior side. So they'll continue to make their way around. You see the traffic starting to break apart now. And you see Nick Andrews, Brandon Simone starting to break away now from Bass, who is running 3rd on the X30 side. So some good racing there for those drivers. Things still pretty intense there for that 5th spot. As you got the Rock senior driver, again, Axel Cabrera coming off of turn number 2. Axel going to get worked over now as they come to that bottom of the hairpin turn. And that'll be Vinny Lenardis, the X30 driver, making a move now as they come up through the hairpin turn. Vinny able to get around him. So Vinny works around Axel Cabrera. So nice little battle there. And again, that's an X30 driver. Vinny Lenardis now moves 4th on the X30 side. So all of a sudden, Vinny Lenardis thinking podium as they make their way around. So solid run going for Vinny Lenardis. Now Vinny picks up another spot as he works around him. There it is at the line. Is official now as they came across the line. Vinny now up into 5th overall, running 4th on the X30 side. So good run there for Vinny Lenardis, but he's got his way back. He's got his work cut out for him now as he tries to bring in the top 3, Simone, Andrews, and Bass. Again, right now, those 3 looking for a podium finish as they head up through the top part of the showcase, as all they can do right now is watch as the 11 machine of Colin Warren, senior driver, continue to break away. See Colin now up through the chicane as 2nd and 3rd right now. Brandon Simone, Nick Andrews running 2nd and 3rd on the track. They're 1-2 on the X30 side. But a great run going right now for Colin Warren, and not a big surprise. Colin, a SCUSA winner back in Homestead earlier this year in 2018. So again, no stranger here at Ocala Grand Prix. Ran here very well when SCUSA was here earlier this year, but a solid run going right now for Colin Warren as he makes his way around. Now we'll pick up the final circuit. Again, that battle going to be for that second spot. White flag, 1 to go. We'll see if Nick Andrews can bring in Simone as he closes up the gap now. As they come up through the hairpin, or up through the chicane into turn number 2. Nick Andrews about a cart length and a half behind your leader. And senior tag driver having his way. How about this? Going wire to wire. Colin Warren, he's got a couple more turns to go as he'll head to the tree turn. Nick Andrews still knocking on the door, working on Simone for that top spot. Brandon Simone, points leader in the X30 senior side, trying to hang out of that spot. Andrews may have something else to say. In the meantime, he'll go wire to wire. Senior tag driver Colin Warren grabs the win. Picking up 2nd on the field will be X30 driver Brandon Simone. He will be scored as the winner. Nick Andrews 2nd. Aaron Bass will come home 3rd. Vinny Lenardis across the line 4th. And picking up the 5th spot will be Alexander Armitage on the X30 senior side. And again, Colin Warren, your senior tag winner on the Rock side. Again, grabbing the win, it'll be Axel Cabrera scoring the win. Incredible finish for our X30 junior drivers, Rock junior drivers, also on the senior class. Incredible finish as they wrap up our Spring Summer Local Series. Again, we've seen some of those competitors in the X30 class, Rock junior class. They're also competing for that scholarship here at OGP. As we look ahead into our standings on the X30 junior side, right now it's Ashton Chilton leading the way. Ashton with 958 points. Currently second on the X30 side, it'll be Shea Dockin. Shea right now with 908 points. Moving over to Rock Junior, leading the way is Joey Atanasio. Joey with 1,101 points. Rock Mini, a great battle on the Rock Mini side. Alex Jakey leading the way. Alex with 1,039 points. Dean Dibdahl currently second. Dean with 864 points. Down in third is Tom Shoecraft. Tom with 754 points. And fourth, it's Julian DaCosta. Julian coming in with 747 points. On the mini Swift side, Anderson Leonard, he's showing the way right now with 1,062 points, followed by Carson Walters. Carson with 817 points. So what a great finish to our spring-summer local series here at Ocala Grand Prix for our contenders who are all going for that scholarship for a college here in Florida. This is really big, not only for the driver, but for the families, a full ride scholarship from OGP. So we're really looking forward to the fall-winter local series here at OGP as these drivers do battle, and we'll see here in the very near future who gets that scholarship award. So we catch up with X30 junior driver Shea Dockin. Shea wrapping up the first half of the season. Now talk about your dad and obviously your Uncle Chad. I know Chad, a longtime driver in the IndyCar World Shifter driver. Your dad, one-time NASCAR driver in the trucks. Watched them both race in super late models. How much of an impact do they both have on you?
Yeah, it's a big impact. Chad helps me a lot, trying to get my line and fix up the cart.
Who else helps you out with the cart and gets things going?
It's my parents. They're helping out a lot in TV. They're a big help getting that chassis put together so I can go out there and try my best.
But more important, that scholarship. First two drivers in the X30 class will get a scholarship, full ride here in the state of Florida, courtesy of George and OGP. You're currently second, very strong in that. Talk a little bit of what that means to you personally and your family going after that scholarship as we look ahead to the second half of the season.
It's amazing, just do what we love
right.
and get a free scholarship. It's amazing.
But the grades are an important thing, and it's got to be tough. And it's something you have to apply with obviously all your racing going on. How difficult is that, and how is that working out for you in the first half of the season for your grades in school, as that's extremely important?
Yeah, it's working well. I have to keep close in touch with my teachers. Yeah, make sure they're up.
All right, well, listen, we appreciate it. X30 junior driver Shea Dockin, and of course, Shea in that contention for that scholarship here as we move ahead to the second half of the season here at Ocala Grand Prix. I hope you enjoyed today's show as we put a closing on the 2018 Spring-Summer Local Series here at Ocala Grand Prix. Again, some very great, exciting racing here. As always, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Ocala Grand Prix. Also, visit the website, ocalagrandprix.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Tony Modica.